Hello there, this is the Photo Wood Guy. Decided to make a little hobby horse. This was made by my wife's son's grandfather in California many years ago. So I decided to make one for my granddaughter. Of course, I'm going to make it out of pallet wood. First thing, you got to drill out all the metal. Boy, it'll certainly kill your planer. I picked out a couple of 3x5s that worked out really well. Planed them up really even. And then I ripped them in half. It was wonderful oak. Wonderful. Need a little bit wider, so a little biscuit action here. People complain about biscuit joints. I like them. I think they work great. Lines things up, gives a little extra strength, blah, blah, blah. Makes them wonderful. I enjoy biscuits. I use them a lot. And then we clamp them all up, clean up all the squeeze, and there you go. Now comes the fun part. Actually, I did this. I should have done this last, but I really had fun. I haven't used my lathe in years. I built a 4-post canopy bed for my daughter years and years ago and haven't used my lathe much since. So oak is not the best thing to turn. Hickory's a heck of a lot easier and whatnot. So is maple, but worked out okay. Had fun with it. A couple little dinks, but I filled them in. Got a lot of time, quality time with the bandsaw on this project. Blades aren't the best. A lot of burning. But that made it even more fun, so I could do a lot of sanding. I don't have any kind of a drum sander, so I just use a drill press, and works out pretty good. Years ago, I bought some kind of a gizmo that goes in the press and works out. This is just a socket, getting it small to work into the horse. Works out okay. Not the best, but it does work. This is a trick I did years ago on building a circle staircase. Drill a hole in the center, and then you cut it in half, and it makes 2 half moons. Works out really well. I was going to use some kind of a drum sander on this sucker, but it worked out pretty good just using a belt sander and then my orbital. I took the 2 runners, glued them. I actually used double stick tape and then screwed them in. Worked out really well. Decided to use dowels in this project too. That way, for the people that hate biscuits and love dowels, it works out. Just got to figure out the alignments. Not always the easiest thing to do. I'm not as anal as I need to be on this kind of stuff, but when you're kind of building one-of-a-kind projects, it really doesn't matter. Lots of clamping. I always have lots of clamps around. I have quite a bit of working time, so it's not that big a deal, but I knew I was going to stain this thing, so I needed to get all that glue out of there. I wanted to keep the handles natural, so I taped them off before I stained them. And then I stuck them in the spray booth and put a few coats of polyurethane on, and bada bang, there is the final product. Pretty darn happy with it. It's for my granddaughter, Frankie May. I hope she will enjoy it. This is one of many of my exciting videos from the Photo Wood Guy. Thanks for watching and subscribe.